Hey folks, welcome to a beautiful fall evening. Nice little fall evening ride to commemorate a year since I started working on this Spyder RT. I figured I'd take her for a ride today. To give myself a little bit of sunshade. That's a pretty bright sunset tonight. One whole year since I started working on this Spyder RT, and I just wanted to take a little ride and enjoy a ride with all of you. To really say thanks for how this has become such an awesome part of my life, and it's all because you all watch it. And it's almost intoxicating to be able to enjoy something like riding the Spyder and be able to share it with people that also enjoy it. Some of you may not be able to go out on a nice fall ride. It is 59 degrees outside. It is a little bit chilly on the legs, but between my riding jacket, I have the liner in it. I also have a heated vest that is only turned on medium. My new Can-Am gloves that I picked up while I was in Boston. Had a little post about that, and the awesome little dealership that I went to while I was out there. And I think it may be noticeable. This is really my first ride on the RT since I did this, but I ended up swapping the windshield out with one that I purchased from the dealership in Boston. It's not in Boston. It's in the area of Boston. I'll put it down here in the bottom and let you know exactly where that is. But I didn't make it out of the store without spending a little bit of cash. Did get myself some Can-Am gloves. I bought Sharon a Can-Am riding jacket. Also bought this windshield. He happened to have one that was a takeoff from whether somebody upgraded their windshield or for whatever reason. It was a used windshield that he had in the store, and he was nice enough to ship it to my home. And super piece of cake to change a windshield on these. You just take off, there's two little screws holding on those little chrome covers on the front of the windshield, and then 4 bolts that have these little rings, little rubber rings in them to isolate vibrations. Just switch those over and it's nice and easy. Now, the one that I did pick up while I was on my way to Wisconsin, I stopped along just out of Chicago and picked up a windshield that I found on Marketplace. It was the short windshield. It was a short tinted windshield. And I did end up putting that on, and within, I'd say 15 minutes of riding, I took it right back off. I absolutely could not stand it on when it was fully all the way up. It was only right above the mounting points, and it put a ton of air right in my face. So I took that off right away and put the scratched windshield back on and kind of went back on the hunt for a replacement. Ended up buying this one while I was on my Boston trip, and it fits beautifully. This one is off of a 2014, so it does not have the little vent holes down in the front of the windshield. I don't know that makes any difference. I haven't noticed any difference. Sharon hasn't noticed any difference. She was very happy when she wrote it to be able to see clearly through it. So quite important to have a nice clear windshield. Before I get too far into this episode, I wanted to also remind you that we are very rapidly approaching the 1,000 subscriber mark on the channel, which is silently, it's kind of been my goal for the year. We started the channel November 14th of 23, and we're coming up on that 1-year anniversary. So we're super close, and I'm super happy to see that. It's kind of the motivation, keeps me going, keeps me saying, okay, people want to see this. So thank you all for tuning in and giving me a reason to keep doing it. Super appreciated. I know it's super everything, but it is super appreciated. The other thing that I got was a really cool Can-Am ball cap. I wear that pretty much every day now. And let's see, the riding gloves, the ball cap, Sharon's riding jacket, these awesome Can-Am gloves, which are so much more comfortable to wear riding. And the other thing that I did, I made a purchase and got a new front grille for the F3 for Bravo. That new front grille is definitely a nice add. Makes it way sportier. I think the original front grille kind of reminded me of a sucker fish. When I saw that they made a sportier grille for it, I pulled the trigger and purchased that. And it's just an easy 4 little screws, pop it out, and it comes with 4 new screws that you put it in, and I think it took me all of about 5 minutes to change it. And it looks so much better. And while I was at it, I also purchased the gauge spoiler to try that out. And I really think riding with the gauge spoiler, not only does it make it look really, really, really sleek, it looks more sporty and finished. Didn't look very finished without that. But I think it actually does move the air around just right. I've been on a couple rides that I didn't take cameras along just to go for some rides on the F3, and it just was a less windy ride. And it may be that it was less windy out, but I think the way that it pushes the air around with that gauge spoiler, it pushes it around your body. I actually like it better than having the windshield on it. You get some of that wind therapy, but it's not terrible. So the gauge spoiler is on. The new front grille is on. The Bravo's looking really, really top. I do think I'm going to sell the shad bags that were on it. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in some shad bags for yourself. Maybe I'll do a contest of subscribers. 1 year in the books. I don't know that when I first started working on this RT a year ago, that for one, the RT was going to actually survive. I had no confidence in whether it was going to be able to be fixed or not. I did know that worst case scenario, it was going to cost me about $4,000 for an engine. I didn't know that I was going to get away so cheap, as well as I did anyway. And, there's some more thanks to be had for how well that worked out purchasing the engine. Mr. Jim gave me a deal I couldn't refuse. It was just a matter of, hey, how fast can you get here? What else can I say about the last year? It has been a journey for sure. Going from no Spyder to having not only the one RT that I'm riding down the road, and now Sharon is riding regularly. I have a second Spyder in the F3, Phoenix and Bravo. And it's something Sharon and I can do together, and we both enjoy doing together. I did not have any idea that Sharon was going to like riding as much as she does. She really enjoys it. So it's nice to see. It's nice to have another thing that her and I can enjoy together. I do have another upcoming video that'll be dropping within the next week or so. I pulled the trigger on some backrests for both the F3 and the RT. So Sharon and I can have a little less back fatigue on the long rides. Probably in the spring. We're at the end of riding the two of us for the year. I will probably end up riding the RT quite a bit more through the winter months. And it's not a big deal to me to just gear up a little more and ride when it's colder. I kind of like it. It kind of reminds me of snowmobiling and how, you just gear up for the weather. It's not that big a deal to be cold, especially with the RT having the heated grips, and I've got heated gear. I've got the heated vest on right now, even though it's not that cold. It's only 59 degrees. So 1 year later, having met all of the people, or the people that I've met in the Spyder community, and the people that I talk to regularly, the folks that drop comments, and we have conversations. It's also nice. There are folks that are on the Facebook page that I communicate with once in a while. I get quite a few questions on the Facebook page through the direct messaging. That's nice as well to have those interactions with folks. It's funny how this has become something where folks think that I am a Spyder expert or some kind of Can-Am mechanic. This is just something that I wanted to do for myself. I wanted to give it a shot, and I went for it. I do have a little bit of mechanical ability, but I'm far from a mechanic. Like I said in one of the episodes, I am an IT guy. I'm an administrator in an office. I don't do a whole lot of mechanical type things in my day job. It's just something that I've picked up over the years. I'm curious about engines. I'm curious about the way things work. So when I had the opportunity to tear down Spyder, I took it. There's a couple deer out there in that field. Be careful, Bambi. So all the love and support's been really, really awesome on the channel. I really enjoy talking to all the folks that I talk to. I've learned a lot from others. There are other folks in this arena on YouTube that I couldn't find originally when I was first starting the channel. That was the motivation for starting it, was I couldn't find anybody that was doing what I was trying to do. So I figured I would take others along on the journey with me while I figure this thing out. And I've met some people along the way that have shared their expertise with me, and it's been quite awesome to meet all these new people and share in a new interest. And my new interest has become kind of a new passion. I'm quite passionate about these Spyders. I think it's something that I wish I had known about years ago. I probably wouldn't have bought my first Spyder as late in the game as I did. So I probably mentioned this in previous episodes too. There's quite a bit of work left to do on this 2016 RT. Little things that need to be replaced. Little hinges on the side compartment down here need to get fixed, and just little things here and there that'll happen throughout this winter. I guess plans for the future here, I'm not going to stray too much farther from what you're seeing regularly from us. We'll continue to take you on the rides, and as Sharon becomes more comfortable riding, we'll go on longer rides and bring you along on some of our adventures. Sharon and I, we live for our adventures. We do these fun little things here and there, and our adventuring has turned into Spyder adventures as well. And that's, with the Jeep, her having the Jeep, we've been on some neat little Jeep excursions, and now that's becoming little Spyder adventures that we go on. So we'll be doing more of that, and some more accessory things. I purchased a handful of things from Pierre at Can-Am SpyderAccessories.com that will be coming up in a episode in the near future here, probably within a week or two. Some other things that I want to add, like the backrest, so we don't have to go all the way back. We'll have a little bit of support on both Bravo and the Phoenix. A little back support would be nice for the long rides. We got some cushions, the Airhawks, that we'll be showing off, and some lid locks so we can hang our helmets off the end of the handlebars instead of just leaving them on the seat or trying to find space in the front. My helmet, being a 3X, just barely fits in the front of this thing, so lid locks, there's the extra bonus of being able to air them out, so we'll be showing you that in the next episode. Like I said, probably a week or two. But it will be after the first anniversary of the channel, so I really, really wanted to get out here and go for a little ride and commemorate a year from when I started working on this. And really, when I made the first episode of the channel was about a year ago today, and that was ready to be published and was pushed to YouTube and made live on November 14th. So hard to believe it's been a year already, and it's really been quite the amazing experience bringing you all this Spyder content. Thank you to everybody that has tuned in, and the subscribers to the channel, the folks that have taken the time out of their day to watch the content that I'm making. It's humbling to see the amount, and really around the world. The folks that I talk to are not just the local people that I've talked to for years. My kids always say they can't get away with anything because Dad knows everybody. It's one of those funnies in my house. I'll never be able to get away. I would never be able to get away with that because my dad knows everybody. And yes, it's a funny thing, but it's a whole nother level now because of all of the folks from around the world that I talk to regularly. I talk to Beanie in Australia, and we've got a friend that we talk to in France, and there was another gentleman that I talked to in Sweden, some friends in Canada now. And then all across the states, I'm seeing people. So here's the challenge for everybody. In the comments, if you would, go down in the comments and comment what state you're from or what country you're from if you're not from the United States. Let me know where everybody's from. It's kind of neat to see that. And then also, if you haven't already, if you would hit the subscribe button, that really, really has helped the channel grow and get it across to more people on YouTube. When YouTube sees that your channel is worthy of somebody hitting that subscribe button, they know that they should be recommending it to others as well that are like-minded people. So, running a special right now on free subscriptions. Now and through the end of time. Doesn't cost you anything. The thumbs up are always a good thing. YouTube loves that. YouTube will pass you along to more like-minded Spyder folks. Hitting that like button lets YouTube know that it's something that's worthy of sharing with other Spyder people. So, super, super cool. This was one of my favorite churches in Bay City coming up here. When I was younger, I didn't live that far away from here, and just these big, beautiful churches that we have. Bay City is an old logger town, late 1800s. It really came to life, and they built these great big churches all over the place, and they're just beautiful, ornate brick churches. This is was traditionally the Polish end of Bay City, the south end, or the south end. The liquor licensing goes off of how many churches are around, and there are so many churches here that they were able to have a ton of bars. So there's bars everywhere. There's churches everywhere. So interesting. Lots and lots of bars, lots and lots of churches. Hope you enjoyed the episode. It was really more of just me saying thank you to everybody for tuning in over the last year and helping me enjoy this journey. I'm not just enjoying it myself, I'm enjoying it with you. It's a great little journey. Life is all about the adventure, so glad you're all able to adventure with me. And now with Sharon too. You're able to enjoy the adventure with me and Sharon. So thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully I will see you on the next one.